The New Sound: How Jonathan Antoine is Redefining Classical Crossover in 2026. Reporting from the Global Entertainment Headquarters in Los Angeles, we are currently witnessing a sonic metamorphosis that is challenging the very definition of the classical crossover genre. Jonathan Antoine, the tenor who first captured the world's attention as a shy 17-year-old on Britain's Got Talent in 2012, has officially entered a new decade of his life and career. Now 30 years old, he has emerged as a sovereign titan, commanding an independent empire that refuses to play by the traditional rules of the music industry. The investigation into the new sound begins with a look back at the moment that fundamentally shifted the classical crossover landscape: 2012. It was on a London stage where a 17-year-old Jonathan Antoine stood before a skeptical Simon Cowell and a global audience, only to deliver a rendition of The Prayer that shattered every preconceived notion about reality TV talent. Today, that single audition remains a cornerstone of digital history, amassing over 152 million views, making it the most-watched television audition of any performer in history. For American viewers who first connected with him through high-definition PBS specials like Going the Distance, Antoine represented a rare bridge between operatic technicality and raw emotional power. 3. This foundation of technical excellence was cultivated early, with vocal training beginning at age 11 and culminating in a prestigious spot at the Junior Royal Academy of Music. After his voice broke at 13, shifting from soprano to a rich tenor, he quickly won Young Musician of the Year in 2010. As he readies himself for the 2026 release cycle, it is this unique combination of viral stardom and rigorous classical discipline that positions him as a titan. The shy teenager who once feared the X-buzzer has been replaced by a world-class artist who has spent more than a decade refining his instrument under the guidance of mentors like Jenny Ewington and the legendary Joy Mammon. Mammon famously claimed that no tenor, past or present, possessed a better top C. This history of excellence isn't just a nostalgic look back. It's the professional armor he carries into the release of his upcoming album, proving his gift was never a fluke of the spotlight, but the result of a lifelong pursuit of vocal perfection. In an investigative look at the economics of modern operatic stardom, Jonathan Antoine's path reveals a masterclass in independent brand building. Following a highly publicized departure from major labels in 2014, Antoine didn't just survive, he flourished by reclaiming total creative sovereignty. Today, his net worth is estimated at approximately $4 million, a financial cushion built through savvy digital engagement and direct fan support via platforms like ArtistShare. This independence is his most powerful leverage as he enters the release cycle for 2026. Unlike traditional artists bound by restrictive multi-year label deals, Antoine operates under his own labels, Loki Records and Antoine Multimedia, allowing him to hand-select projects that align with his artistic integrity. His YouTube channel alone has garnered over 88 million collective views, bringing in significant ad revenue, while his Spotify presence attracts more than 50,000 monthly listeners through playlists that reach 500,000 people. This economic autonomy provided him with a sovereign fund to produce high-concept recordings at venues like Abbey Road Studios, where he recorded his chart-topping solo debut, Tenore, and subsequent albums like Going the Distance. For the US market, this maverick status is highly respected. He isn't just a singer looking for work, but a proven entrepreneur who understands how to mobilize a global community known as the Fantoines. This financial independence ensures that his new sound is produced on his own terms, with the production values of a global titan and the heart of a truly free artist who refuses to trade his art for quick fame. The investigative trail deepens with the highly anticipated announcement of Antoine's 2026 studio project, which currently carries the working titles of either Galleon or Against All Odds. For the elite Fantoine community in the USA, the question of whether this marks a return to classical roots or a pivot further into contemporary pop is the primary subject of debate. Our research indicates that the title Galleon was selected to represent a vessel going places and traveling through the water, a metaphor for an artist who has spent the last few years performing in diverse locations, from Ho Chi Minh City to Ephesus.
Conversely, the potential title Against All Odds serves as a defiant anthem for his personal journey, highlighting his endurance through childhood bullying and his 2022 autism diagnosis. Despite the classical roots rumors, current data from late 2025 suggests the tracklist will actually lean toward a sophisticated contemporary sound, breaking fresh ground with material vastly different from his earlier work. Antoine describes this as a shifting paradigm, aiming to bring his style further into the modern age without causing whiplash for his loyal operatic base. This project is a high-wire act of brand management, designed to bridge the gap between his technical wizardry and the accessible emotional resonance found in modern ballads.
American fans, who have recently pushed his Spotify numbers to new heights, see this album as the definitive arrival of the mature tenor. The new sound of 2026 is expected to be generally more contemporary, but intended for a different age, capturing a little bit of the magical stuff he has been recording in his private home studio. In an industry where many singers rely on digital correction, Jonathan Antoine remains a devotee of pure technical mastery. His ongoing studies with the much-revered vocal coach Joy Mammon have been the driving force behind his maturation at age 30. Mammon, whose standards for bel canto singing are world-renowned, has famously stated that she doesn't think there is a tenor, past or present, with a better top C than Antoine. This technical wizardry is exactly what defines the new sound of 2026. His development is described as ongoing, with every live performance showing a new level of control over vibrato, dynamics, and interpretation. Critics compare his voice to that of Luciano Pavarotti, noting his incredible range and the personality that can whip a crowd into an ecstatic frenzy. Antoine has recently built his own studio at his home outside London to fine-tune his repertoire in total privacy, allowing him to practice high-difficulty operatic arias like Nessun Dorma alongside modern tracks like Unchained Melody. This relentless commitment to technical purity ensures that when he unveils his new tracks in 2026, he will possess the old-world power of a classical titan combined with the modern sensibility of a crossover icon. Fans who traveled from Colorado to California just to hear him live noted that his voice took their breath away, particularly his rendition of Unchained Melody, which has become a staple of his contemporary repertoire. This high-octane emotional connection, supported by a voice that is shaping the atmosphere with immersive light, is the propellant for the 2026 era. To understand the sonic depth of the 2026 release, we look at the technical architecture behind the recordings. Antoine has once again teamed up with Grammy-winning producer Greg Field to ensure the album meets the highest audiophile standards. The recording process was a sprawling international effort, utilizing the hallowed halls of Abbey Road Studios in London, specifically Studio 2 and the Gatehouse, alongside United Recording and Real Songs in Los Angeles. The technical specifications of these sessions reveal Antoine's obsession with vocal purity. He almost exclusively utilized Neumann U67 and U87 microphones, which provided a vintage warmth while maintaining the modern sterility required for high-fidelity digital playback. This precision is what allows his voice to capture waveform excitement, alongside the fears, love, and passion of the human experience. The investigation has also uncovered that Antoine used a supporter-funded home studio to capture magical stuff in very few takes before finalizing the tracks in major commercial studios. This independence allowed him to experiment with vocal layering and even technical death metal influences, referencing Canadian band Artspire, proving that the new sound is an inclusive, genre-bending experiment. For the US market, which prioritizes high production values, this meticulous attention to detail ensures that the 2026 album isn't just a collection of songs, but a masterclass in modern vocal engineering. The unboxing of a vinyl test pressing in late 2025 further confirms that Antoine is prioritizing the audiophile collector's market for this landmark release. Perhaps the most significant data point in the 2026 roadmap is Jonathan Antoine's heroic physical reinvention. Having lost approximately 120 pounds, 54 kilograms, he has utilized his platform to advocate for a holistic approach to health that emphasizes longevity over aesthetics. Antoine has been remarkably candid about his struggles, admitting that his time living in fast food-loving America initially led to a terrible state of health before he committed to an active choice.
His transformation was built on 5 sophisticated pillars: a sustainable eating plan focusing on whole foods, a gradual exercise routine that evolved from walking to strength training, a mindset transformation using positive affirmations, meticulous progress tracking via fitness apps, and a reliance on a strong support community. For American fans who saw him perform in cities like St. Petersburg FL in 2021, the increase in his on-stage stamina and confidence is the most noticeable professional benefit of this journey. This physical readiness is a strategic asset as he prepares for the grueling travel of a potential 2026 world tour. Antoine notes that he feels stronger and healthier than he has in a decade, allowing him to deliver physically demanding arias with a power that critics compare to Pavarotti. This reinvention serves as a beacon of hope for his followers, proving that the same discipline he uses to master a bel canto cadenza can be applied to reclaiming his personal vitality. By 2026, he isn't just bringing a new sound to the stage, he's bringing a new, invigorated persona that is just getting started. In 2022, Jonathan Antoine shared a personal revelation that would recontextualize his entire public persona: a formal diagnosis of autism at the age of 27. He described the realization as falling into a daydream, providing a long-awaited answer to the unimaginable peer cruelty and social isolation he faced as a child.
One, Antoine has since become a vocal advocate for neurodiversity, using the powerful metaphor of a matrix behind one's eyes to explain that every individual views the world through a unique filter or lens. This openness has resonated deeply in the United States, where mental health awareness and neurodiversity advocacy are major cultural priorities. Antoine's message is simple but profound: be kind and try to look through someone else's glasses. This vulnerability hasn't just humanized him, it has provided a deeper emotional layer to his music. His connection to the atypical experience is woven into his work, including his children's books, Jonathan the Porcupine and Jonathan and the Magical Cape, which are designed to help young readers build self-worth and navigate peer cruelty. As he gears up for 2026, Antoine stands as a cultural diplomat for the neurodivergent community, proving that a brain that works differently can also be the source of extraordinary talent. His diagnosis has allowed him to find relief and a greater sense of purpose, ensuring that his upcoming world stage presence is as much about social connection and empathy as it is about musical perfection. The investigative team has pinpointed the influence of legendary American hitmaker Diane Warren as a turning point in Antoine's contemporary direction. Their partnership began when Warren personally messaged Antoine on Instagram after being astounded by his voice.
10. This led to the 2024 fan-funded project By Request, the Diane Warren Songbook Volume 1, an album that reimagined Warren's iconic pop hits through a sophisticated classical lens. Working with Warren, who has written for everyone from Celine Dion to Aerosmith, gave Antoine immense mainstream credibility in the USA. The album features a powerful version of When I'm Back on My Feet Again, which Antoine describes as his most reflective track, and a version of These Are the Special Times, rewritten specifically for him by Warren with a new Italian lyric titled Momenti Splendidi. This collaboration has effectively bridged the gap between his classical foundations and American pop royalty. Antoine has used the Artist Share project experience to give fans a direct view into this cross-continental creative process, a model that has fostered an intensely loyal following in North America. As he moves toward his 2026 release, the Diane Warren endorsement remains his American passport into the highest circles of the entertainment industry. His upcoming contemporary tracks represent his happiest, angriest, and most reflective states, capturing the full emotional range of a mature global artist. Jonathan Antoine has spent the last several years establishing himself as a global cultural ambassador, performing in historic and exotic locations that prove his universal appeal.
He was treated like absolute royalty in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where he collaborated with a local choir on a rendition of Country Roads that left a profound mark on his heart. His diplomacy extended to Turkey, where he appeared for a spectacular at the ancient amphitheater at Ephesus, and to Egypt, where he was invited to perform a tribute for the legendary composer Omar Khayrat. These international dates are strategic maneuvers designed to test his global demand ahead of the 2026 World Tour. Fans across the USA are already demanding his return, with ticketing giants establishing waitlists for his 2025-2026 tour. To accompany this new sound, fans can expect a feature-length documentary titled Beyond the High Sea, directed by David J. Baird. The film promises an intimate, complete portrait of Antoine, revealing footage from his early career and the unimaginable peer cruelty he overcame. This narrative of bravery and radical resilience is what makes his 2026 era resonate so deeply. As he enters this 10,000th chapter, the documentary will provide the narrative backbone that ensures his music resonates far beyond the concert hall, turning every upcoming appearance into a celebration of the human spirit's victory over adversity. As we pivot to the final piece of the 2026 roadmap, the evidence of a massive undertaking is undeniable. While official dates are often the last to be revealed, Ticketmaster and Stereo Board have already established pages for his 2025-2026 tour, with Stereo Board currently tracking over 1,250 fans on its waitlist. Perhaps the most mysterious element is a leaked choreographic collaboration scheduled for July 2026. This signals a fundamental shift in Antoine's performance style, moving away from the static singer trope toward a dynamic theatrical stage presence. Whether this involves a Broadway or West End move remains a long-winded maybe, but the clues, including his history of performing musical theater masterpieces from Les Miserables, point toward a definitive theatrical pivot. To maintain momentum, Antoine has already released the official 2026 Jonathan Antoine calendar, featuring photography by Bjarne Hemmingsen. This calendar serves as a physical marker for the upcoming milestone year. Ultimately, the narrative of Jonathan Antoine as he heads into 2026 is one of unmatched artistic integrity. He has famously refused to trade his art for quick fame, a decision that has seen him move away from the mainstream pop opera machine to focus on technical mastery and emotional honesty. For the thousands of fans in West Palm Beach and Thousand Oaks who have waited years to see him, 2026 is the year of fulfillment. Jonathan Antoine is at the helm of his own Galleon, sailing into brave new worlds with a symphony of heart, technical wizardry, and radical independence.